Your customer just told you that they need to run an RFP to benchmark your contract or because it's part of the process, and you feel that there's nothing to do about it, but you're wrong. Let's see how we can address that. Today, I will show you the exact CFO level model that I use to stop RFPs without arguing, discounting, or begging to stay in the deal. So here's what usually happens. A client says, we just want to benchmark the market, or Procurement wants an RFP, or we want to see alternatives. It sounds rational, it sounds professional, but financially, it's usually insane. The mistake that sellers make is fighting the decision. Smart sellers reframe the economics. So instead of saying, but you know we're better than the competition, you say, let's quantify the cost of even running this process. You pause. And that's really where the tender cost model comes in. The tender cost model is a simple CFO-ready way to answer one question. What does it actually cost your company to run an RFP? It's not emotional, it's not political, it's financial. So let's examine the different cost buckets. Every RFP burns internal hours, the time spent by marketing leaders, IT architects, security, legal, procurement, finance, and so on. And what you need to do is make that formula, which is very simple. Number of hours multiplied by the fully loaded cost per role. So in a most mid-sized enterprise, that could be between 40 and 120K just in internal time. Then we look at the external resource cost, because you always pay someone. You have agencies that might help write the requirements, you have partners doing architecture reviews, you have external legal checks, and there's probably another 20K to 80K that is gone. But not only that, we also need to look at the transition and replatforming cost, because even just evaluating will cost you money. Before migration, the teams need to do POCs, security assessments, technical validation, and that's another 10 to 40K if we are conservative. And finally, we need to look at the disruption of the business, which is the silent killer, because this is the one nobody wants to talk about. Whenever a new solution needs to come, roadmaps will be paused, campaigns will be delayed, marketing and IT will stop creating value, and it will start evaluating vendors. And that's often the largest cost. It could be between 30 to 150K in lost productivity, and let's not even talk about the missed opportunities. And then what you need to do is take those 4 different numbers and it brings you to the total cost of tender. And that could be that an organization would spend between 100 and 300K just to run the tender. And so that's before migration, before retraining, before replatforming, before potentially dual license cost or product cost during that migration. And so when you present that, you can see what happens when it is brought to the CFO. Let's say that your current platform costs 100K per year and the tender would cost 150K. Switching vendors only makes sense if the new vendor delivers 250K in savings or value uplift. So that's a 2.5x improvement just to break even. It almost means that they need to almost get the new solutions for free. And so unless the vendor is free for 2 years or delivers 300K in additional value, the switch destroys the value in the business. And so the power of this model is that you're no longer protecting your deal. You're protecting their economics. Procurement will stop pushing. Finance starts nodding. An executive will slow the process down. And so suddenly the question is not about who is cheaper, but it's more, is it even worth doing? Is it worth the effort to put all those things aside to go through that transition? So the way that smart sellers deploy this is by introducing this way before the RFP. Or you can say, look, before you invest time in a tender, can we sanity check the economics together? And then you co-build a calculator with them. And I have seen firsthand that when buyers help build a model, they believe the conclusion. And that's really the power shift. You're no longer defending price, you're defending value preservation. And competitors walking into that RFP, they don't even know the real numbers. So if you want to stop losing deals to the RFP show, stop arguing opinions. Start quantifying the decision cost. Look, if this helps you, like it, share it with your team, or if you want access to the tender cost model template or calculator, there will be a link in the description. You always know where to find me. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.